your life, what you want your life to be about, what you want to achieve, because life is about results. Life is so much.
We are on the same page. Everyone knows.
Hello. Welcome. My name is Obeng Darko. Welcome. Today I want to share with you, is master's degree important? After the first degree, is master's important? PhD important? A lot of us we're conditioned to believe that once you go through school, you have the first degree. It is mandatory for you to go to get the second degree, and for you to go and get a PhD. So it's almost like a core. And I want to share what I think. I think that if you choose professions like academia, it's requirement. If you want to be a lecturer, you want to be a consultant, depending on which organizations, particularly for consultants that you work with, some of them would, it's proper for you to have the master's degree or for you to have PhD, because it's an academic institution. That is important. But if you're like me, you're not sure of which organization that you want to work with, and you're not working in academia, or you're not a consultant, you just went to school and now your friends are doing masters and PhD. Maybe you just work in a bank, or you work as a police officer or something like that. In a country that we live in, you have a lot of PhD holders, people thinking that having PhD is an accomplishment. Some of our mates who have PhD, those who have masters, they make those who have masters feel like they have not gone to school. Those with first degree were lazy. I think that you must define your life, what you want your life to be about, what you want to achieve, because life is about results. Life is so much about what you live. It's so much about what you produce. It's not so much about just academic accomplishment. So it depends. I chose to become an entrepreneur, and I should have stayed with even the first degree. I think it's enough for the difference that any education can make. For the first degree, sometimes even for SHS, it's not that bad at all. Because what really makes the difference is the private education that you give yourself, the seminars that you go, the books that you read, the videos that you watch, in the area that you're pursuing. The area that your life is about, the business that you're doing, anything that you do, the difference, I think, comes from that. So is master's degrees worth it? If you have money and you have time and you have enough invested and saved for your future and for your children and for the course of your life, maybe it's important. But if you want to, and if you want to go into academia, maybe it's a requirement. But I don't think you should leave your future investment. You have nothing saved for your future, but you have 100,000 to go and do some master's somewhere. And then when you come, you're looking for somebody to give you employment. I think that one, we have to look at it again. Some people are working in organizations and they go and do a master's degree in business, MBA, business administration or something, master's in business administration, and when maybe you were being paid 5,000, and when you went to do the master's and you came back, they gave you 5,500. I don't know if that is and you use 100,000. I'd rather use the 100,000 to invest in something that will give me that will make my financial future a bit safe, so that if they have to fire me from the job, I will still have money from that investment. I will probably do those if the profession that I'm in it's not so much mandatory for me to have second degrees and PhDs and things like that. I would want to have the finances at least moderately sorted out before I go and invest another money in doing PhD and those things. When you don't have anything invested, when you don't have any money, when you have not crossed, you virtually depend on your salary to live. And then when you have been able to save something, you want to put it in master's degree, and the profession you have does not really require of that. That I think you're just doing it for society, and sometimes you're doing it for the pride of it. But some I know friends who have come to do PhD, and there's no difference. It's just that if you have to write doctor there, maybe government consultants, or maybe government appointment. That's why you have a lot of doctors in government positions. Maybe that is an investment. I don't know. But if the job that's not required, and if you don't have money, I don't think you should hustle yourself too much. And especially if you're into business, first degree, it's not bad at all. After you have become successful, they will give you the doctor. There are a lot of doctors in our country now who didn't work for the doctor, but the universities will call them and give them. They give it to business people, they give it to journalists, they give it to politicians and people like that. Once you become known, popular, once you become successful, you may not have to go and sit in the classroom and pay a lot of school fees for you to get the title. But I laughed. If I have to use doctor, I would want to work for it. I would want to go to the classroom, study, and or maybe do some, join some program, and then I'll have PhD or have masters or something like that. I have a friend who has about 3 master's degree, 2 PhDs. So if your profession demands it, but some people also do it for the sports of it. Some families are very much proud of the accolades, the degrees. But I'm more interested in getting your finances right. I'm more interested in wealth creation and doing things that impact people's life, and having direct results from not just academic results. So for business people, for entrepreneurs, I think that you have to do it when your business is very safe and your finances are very safe. Your future is very safe in terms of finance and in terms of the finance of your family and the very things that you're doing to help mankind are safe before you go and spend another 2 years, a lot of money to get that. And when you have got that, you still have nothing invested for the future. No, nothing is as painful as you having gone through life, with all positions, and then at your retirement, you eventually have nothing to live on. I don't think that is important. You must exit this life not poor. You must exit this life not broke. You must exit life, and you must do at least leave something for your children, and leave something for your children's children. And I think that is more important as well, far more important than you just getting all the PhDs and you leave them to buy the coffin for you. No. That is not something that I'm so much happy with. So people are very much interested in degrees, especially in countries that were colonized. They're much more interested in getting degrees more than doing something with what they know, what they have. I'm all for education, but use it as a tool to create a life and make the impact that all of us will benefit from, than just going to school. You never stop going to school, from one school to the another, from one school to the other. You're 45 years, you are still going to school. 50 years, you are still going to school. And we look back, you have not built any institution, you have not produced anything, you have not built any business, you have not changed not much life. It's just you and your salary work. I think you should think again. Most people are afraid of risk. That's why they spend a lot of time in school. Risk, because whatever you dream of will demand risk. So you have to go and fail. And most people don't want to fail like that. So they want the created part that, Anyway, so my name is Kwabena Darko. I want to say thank you very much. It's worth it, maybe if it's demanded or if it's needed in your profession. But if you're doing business or you're in areas that they don't demand so much, what will make the difference is what you study by yourself with your time. There are a lot of books now. There are a lot of videos now. People are studying. I would rather save the money and study. And maybe when I've crossed the limit, when maybe I have 1 million, 2 million, things like that invested, maybe I can use the rest to go and have fun in the academy. If I so watch the PhD or so watch MSc or things like that, So I want to say thank you very much for watching. Thank you.